I can't recommend mentoring strongly enough to my younger colleagues approaching retirement or who have just retired. The mentoring program and working with the Crawford Fund has given me really a totally new type of career in retirement, and it's been a very satisfying one. I've grown professionally, seen a much greater range of diseases, and it's taken me to many parts of the developing world.
When I finished my bachelor back in Vietnam, I got a chance to work with Lester on an HCR project, and that was a very good time that I get to improve my English and learn the basic knowledge of plant pathologies, and also put the knowledge that I learned from my bachelor into practice.
So it's a combination of having an existing wide network, and that's been developed through ACEA projects, Crawford training activities, and of course a career-long involvement in plant pathology. This year, early in the year, there was a major epidemic of a suspected virus in watermelons in southern Laos. This was totally outside my field. I made contact with Dennis Pursley via another contact, and Dennis kindly offered to accept specimens.
So I was more than happy to use our resources here to be able to help. And of course the other thing is that everything we do with samples from Southeast Asia, it certainly increases our knowledge as to what the potential problems can be for Queensland and Australia. So it's certainly a two-way street.
There are many benefits that flow to Laos through our capacity building and mentoring program. We've seen growth in the professional abilities of the trainees we're working with, that before we arrived they knew nothing about diseases. Now they are familiar with many diseases of over 50 crops. Then there's been the development in the national level in the Department of Agriculture. Through encouragement and support, we've seen them become much more capable at dealing with export-related issues that deal with quarantine and biosecurity matters. Mentoring of young Australian government volunteers has been another very enjoyable part of the mentoring program. As an example of our volunteers in our program in Laos, Madeline Healy was based in Savannah Kett for 6 months as an IPM advisor and diagnostician of pests.
Having Lester Burgess as a mentor has encouraged me to work harder. It's also opened up many doors for me in terms of getting in contact with other people and networking and moving on from there career-wise. But he's never once made me feel as though I was this small, silly little undergrad person who hasn't got any experience. He's treated me as an equal. We're partners, we're a team that are doing all of this incredible work together.
The personal enjoyment of working with farmers that you've known for 5, 6 or 7 years is really, it's difficult to express. There are many opportunities for mentors, particularly people who have just retired and want to continue an association with their field, whether it be plant pathology, entomology, agronomy, food safety, etc. Because all of the developing countries have great need.